the feelings of hopelessness. How many guys assume, if my wife really knew, if she knew all of this, she would divorce me. I call that the mind reader and the fortune teller. Like they can read her mind. If she knew this and then tell the future, she's going to do this. Now, yes, sometimes that does happen. Sometimes it ends in divorce. However, I've seen so many marriages actually survive remarkably, miraculously survive. Could you give a little insight from that chapter? What was that about? This feeling of hopelessness, like how many guys throw in the towel prematurely?
Yeah, that I agree with you completely. And you've seen this in your experience in walking with people. Most of the time, the truth being told doesn't result in divorce. It's actually very, very rare that what I see, at least experientially, it's very rare that it ends in divorce if somebody is willing to humbly and contritely just tell the whole truth. But there is that hopelessness and despair. And there's in my own story too, there's that reality that if this comes out, if the truth is out, if she actually knows, she'll leave. But I also, what will it say about me if that gets real? I already feel like a monster. I already feel embarrassed and shamed. And so will that stamp the final, rejection on me? That's some of the emotional stuff that was going on. I think for a lot of guys though, they miss, and you and I were talking about this before you hit record, that I wish I would have written more, and maybe 2.0, maybe there'll be a 2.0. I wish I'd have written more about the heart behind this stuff. And so the heart behind telling the truth and coming clean and actually moving into a space where you give yourself a chance to be free. It's hard to even articulate. I mean, you know it experientially. It's hard to even articulate, when you give yourself the chance to actually find freedom, because you're not going to hold any more secrets. You're not going to sit on anything else. You're just finally going to be open and pull back the curtain. Something changes in that place. Something changes in our own story. And when that changes within ourselves, it actually changes something in our wives too. It gives them more hope, not less hope. And then when you see their hope, it also gives you hope.
Yeah. Chain reaction, right?
Chain reaction. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that is so true. When you get to that place where you've disclosed everything and you have no more secrets, right? And we're not talking about, renting a billboard or something and say, I've hired a prostitute or whatever like that. You're just talking about one person, two people, a counselor, your wife, right? The freedom, tasting that freedom, it does change you. You look in the mirror and for the first time, you see a man who has come clean and been honest. Whereas every time you looked in the mirror before, you see a liar, you see, all the shame that just keeps cultivating inside, which just leads to more acting out and unwanted sexual behavior anyway. I mean, the shame is the root of so much of it.